goes straight to the back seat, pulls out this bag, and as soon as he opens it up, the weed smell gets stronger. I was just like, I know you lying. I know you lying. Like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's Diamond. Today I have a get ready with me where I show you how to achieve this makeup look from start to finish. In addition, I'll be answering the questions that you guys submitted on Instagram, so you get to know a little bit more about me as well. So yeah, keep watching. I'm starting off with my Stay Matte Rimmel London primer to keep us from sweating. But in the meantime, we can start with our first question. I saw in your last video that you were on a celibacy journey. How long have you been celibate? I've actually been celibate a year now. I made the decision in September of 2019. So yeah. Next question. Worst date? Child. Y'all got time? Take a seat because, honey. Okay, so this is what happened. So I met this guy on Instagram. That was my first mistake. This is one of the many reasons why I don't believe in meeting people on the internet anymore. But that's a story for another day. So yeah, I meet him. Cool. We agreed to link up. So we decided that we're gonna go to the movies for our first date or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And so I think this particular theater, you had to like order the tickets online in advance. And so I sent him like the show times, like, okay, like this is what I think this time will work for me, blah blah blah, what about you? And so we decided on the show time. But then he hits me with the yeah, so I think he said I don't have a card right now or something like that. And I was just like, okay, well, and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, I really do. He was like, I don't have a card right now, but if you buy them online real quick, I'll definitely pay you back for them. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine, that can be arranged. So I go ahead and buy them, and so it ends up being like $28 or something like that. And then we go to the movies. Cool. After we leave the movies, mind you, I drove him. I picked him up and I drove him to the movies and dropped him back off at home. No, I mean, I don't know what the issue was. I don't know if his car was in the shop or he didn't have a car. I don't know what was going on. Like I said, I was being very nice, but yeah, so that's that. And then we getting back into the car at the end of the date. He was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to find a way, make it up to you or like pay you back for those tickets. And I'm just like, cash will do. Like, what? And so he kind of just like laughs it off. And I'm just like, okay, don't be crazy, because you still have to drive this man home. And I don't want it to be like no tension and stuff like that. But literally while I was driving, I'm just like, this man owe me money. Like, now he got me messed up. And so I was like, okay, just leave it alone. And then I think the next day I get in my car and I smell this smell. I was like, that smells like weed. I was like, first of all, I don't smoke. No shade to people that smoke, I just don't do it. So yeah, when I smell it, it really stands out to me. And so I get in the car, I smell weed. I'm like, okay, maybe like it was on his clothes and it just stood out or whatever. And so I don't think much about it because I don't see anything in the car. And so that's that. And he texted me and was just like, oh, I think I left something in your car. And I was just like, okay, what is it? He was like, my Gatorade bottle. It's inside a bag. And I was just like, I don't see any bag or whatever. And he was like, yes, under the passenger seat. And I'm just like, okay. So I get to his house to drop it off. Mind you, he's like pressing me for it. He's like, you coming? Are you on your way? I'm just like, dang, like I'll get to it when I get to it if it's just a freaking Gatorade bottle. But I was like, actually, this is an opportunity for me to get my cash. So I was like, bet, I'm on my way. And so I get there and he literally goes straight to the back seat, pulls out this bag, and as soon as he opens it up, the weed smell gets stronger. I was just like, I know you lying. I know you lying. Like, on who this man had weed in my car and didn't tell me. Like, what? So he opens up the Gatorade bottle and it's like weed in it. I'm just like, I was like, are you serious? Like, why didn't you tell me? Like, oh, I didn't think it was that serious. What? Imagine if I got pulled over, like, literally the officer's like, what's in the bag? I'm like, I don't know. Finds the stuff, like, oh, you didn't know what this was? I was like, I promise you, officer, I don't. Yeah, right, save it for the judge. Like, that's crazy. Like, the least you could do be like, hey, try not to speed. Got a little situation in your back seat. Don't want you to get pulled over. Like, where's the consideration? Where's the common courtesy? Like, it's non-existent. And so at this point, I'm just like fuming. I was just like, this man is literally the worst. I'm never linking up with him again. So let me just try to get this cash. And so I'm like, so yeah, about the movie tickets, like, he still owe me $14. Mind you, it was $28 for both. At this point, I've given up on getting my, you know, my half or whatever, because he was really just being extra about it. And he was just like, I mean, here, like, I got $10 on me. That's it. And then mind you, when I first picked this man up for the day, he had all this cash on him. It was like because of his job, which was legit, but he was like, oh, what can I do with all of this? Like, and I was like, you can just put it in the glove compartment, kind of like flexing a little bit. And so that's what like kind of threw me off too. And so he hands me the $10 bill. I'm like, okay, this is cool, but it was $14. And so he was just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I think he was saying he would cash at me the rest. And so I was just like, okay. And so I think when I got back home, he was like, just trying to text me or something like, oh, when's our next date type thing. And I was like, yeah, you're tripping. And so I was like, yeah, I just don't feel right, like, about how you're like ducking me about paying me back and stuff like that. He was like, dang, you must really be pressed for money. How am I pressed for money? You owe me. Child, I was like, at this point, Jesus be offense because I'm at a Kirk on this man. I was just like, LOL. I have 2 jobs. I literally had 2 jobs that summer. Like, money was coming in. It wasn't about money. I was like, it's about the principle and the fact that you're not keeping your word. I was like, you know what? You got it. And I literally just never texted him back after that. He was like, is it really gonna end like this? Well, yes. What? Are you serious? And so I was just so mad at myself. Like, I was young and dumb. I think it was like, I mean, it wasn't that young. Too old to be getting into them types of situations. I was like 19 or 20, but I was just so irritated at myself. Like, it was like, how embarrassing. I just took him out, basically. What? And freaking leaving stuff in my car. Like, ladies, never get in a car with somebody you just met. If their car's in the shop, sorry. Go take an Uber. It's like, it's just safety at the end of the day. Like, because people will really have you messed up, like, and won't think twice about it. Like, people are just so freaking selfish. Next question. Favorite thing about myself? I like to think that I'm a really thoughtful person. Like, I really just like, even like, I don't know, I used to be a bartender and a waitress, so like, I'm really big on customer service and just like, you know, making sure people's needs are met. And even just like giving gifts. Like, I love giving gifts. I remember this one guy I was dating, his favorite cologne was like $300 something, and I was like, can't really afford that, because we just started dating. And so I was like, but I still want to get him something nice. I really know he likes that scent. So I literally watched like countless reviews on YouTube and Amazon to see like if I could find kind of like a dupe for, you know, another scent that smells similar, that's like more in my price range. And so yeah, like, I really went through endless like trying to figure it out, and I finally found one just so he could get the scent that he liked. And then I also like I've made like gifts from scratch before, like a clock. Like, I really like doing artistic things. So yeah, I just like to think I'm a really thoughtful person. I really pride myself on that, just being considerate and having that common courtesy I was just talking about, because it lacks in a lot of people, unfortunately. And I don't even know what to attribute it to. Lack of home training, I don't know. But like, we're not, obviously no one's perfect. But my thing is like, come on, you have to at least try to, you know, be a better person. Like, we all have our flaws, but being inconsiderate is a really bad one to have. Like, it's not a good look. Next question. What are your pet peeves? So I kind of already touched on one of them. being inconsiderate, like that lack of courtesy, like it really just, it drives me crazy because I just genuinely don't understand how you can just be so, you know, like self-centered when you're not even like considering how your actions might impact someone else. Like I don't get it. But the other two would be rude people. Like I really don't like when people are necessarily rude, especially if I'm not even giving you that energy and you're just hitting me with the moodiness and attitude. Like for what? Like I said, especially like in like, you know, customer service, because I've been in that position. So if you're not in a good mood, your customer shouldn't know that. Like really keep it to yourself. So yeah, I really don't like rude people, or people just try to like, I don't know, try to act like they can boss up on somebody, or like, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. Just don't, I hate people, I just don't like people do too much. Like just chill out. It's honestly not that deep, and you don't need to be trying to prove nothing to nobody, because at the end of the day you just end up looking foolish because it's obvious that you're dealing with some own stuff inside. But my number one pet peeve is when people stare at me. Just how I was staring at y'all just now, that's how I be feeling. It's uncomfortable. Like, didn't y'all parents teach y'all? Obviously, don't point at people, but don't stare at people either. It's so frustrating. And those people are like, oh, they probably just think you're pretty. Then they should say that. Mind you, people is never like, oh, like a cute stare or a concerned stare. It's like a blank stare. Like, and how do you interpret a blank stare? Like, it's like, do you want to fight? Do you want to hug? Like, I don't know. And it used to be so bad. Like, it used to get to me so much. When I was in high school, I used to get so upset. I'm just like, what are you looking at? Like, is there something on my face? Like, what's up? And like, people always think I was like doing too much, but no, like, why are you staring at me? My thing is like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, one time I was at school and I saw this super pretty girl and I was just like looking at her and she was looking like, what? And I was like, oh my gosh, like, you're so pretty. And she was like, oh, thank you. Like, just say that. If you think somebody's pretty, just say that. You don't need to just have a blank stare, because at that point it's really getting uncomfortable and I don't know what your intentions are. Like I said, if I have something on my face, like, is something wrong? Like, is my makeup messed up? Like, say something, sis. And like, especially when I like look at you and you're staring and you like look away and you're still staring again, like, what's up? Like, do we need to discuss something? Like, it's so weird to me. And my thing is like, when nowadays I catch people staring at me, especially if they're close to me, you know, you can feel it. And so I'll literally see them like, hey, like, oh, you look nice. Like, you know, try to take that initiative. I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, we can be friends. Just talk. Like, I know some people say I look mean from afar, but literally just talk to me. I'm like, hey, like, it's chill. Like, don't stare. Please don't stare, because I will interpret it as something not good, because it's just like annoying. Like, it's rude. It's really rude. It's honestly really rude. So I should have did this before I did my eyebrows, but I'm about to go ahead and do add some L.A Girl Pro concealer in the color Warm Honey to my dark spots, just to try to conceal those a little bit, because it is that time of the month and my face is wilding out per usual. And you can use the same brush to like blend that in. I really like this brush and I don't even think it was like that much. I saw somebody talking about it on like Twitter, I think, and so I was like, let me try it out, and I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and bake that in. I'm using the Fenty Beauty powder in the color, I'm not sure, I'll let y'all know in the description box. I'm just taking a little sponge and putting some on there, tap it off, and I'm just going everywhere that I put concealer. I'm gonna answer a question in the meantime. What motivates you? I would say, honestly, my family is very supportive, and I really just want to make them proud as well. I know a lot of sacrifices have been made to get me to where I am today, so I really want to, you know, make sure I'm doing what I need to do so that I can, you know, make it in a sense, or like just get to where I want to be in life, so that it was all worth it as well. And I also think about like the future generations too. That's the thing that motivates me. Like I want to like really do want to try to build like generational wealth for like the future kids, like my legacy, my family name. Because like something my dad actually like talks to me about, he was just talking about how energy is like passed down like to the people that come after you, like even after you pass away. And I just thought it was like really profound, because he was just like, you know, energy can't be created or destroyed, like it just gets transferred. And so, and all my science people know that that's true. And so yeah, I was just like, wow, that's real. So like just knowing, just being able to get myself to the position that I want to be in, so that that energy would just like radiate through future generations, and to help like get them, you know, at a higher have them starting at a higher place by doing what I need to do and get to where I need to be. So that's really what pushes me to, you know, go hard each day, grind. And in general, I really like to, if I say I'm going to do something, I like to do it and see it through. And so like honestly, like holding myself accountable as well keeps me motivated. And then of course, just like the spiritual aspect, like knowing I'm here for a reason, and wanting to fulfill like that calling on my life and the purpose of my life as well. So yeah, so we can go ahead and dab that in a little bit / wipe it off. I'm just using a random brush. Okay, so we wet our beauty blender. It doesn't need to be soaking wet, just damp. And then I have my Fit Me Maybelline foundation in the color 322. So I'm just gonna put, I was gonna say a dime size amount, but it's like a boo-boo. Well, it's got to distribute accordingly. Oh wow, this is doing a lot. This is looking good. Like I said, make sure your neck blends. I try to, like, especially if you have a ponytail, get behind the ear to make sure all the colors are blending, because the worst thing is for someone to tell you that your freaking neck doesn't match your face, okay? So let's save ourselves the embarrassment, ladies, and do what we need to do to make sure that doesn't happen. So that's looking good. Okay. Then we're going to go on with our Too Faced concealer in the color Sand. So next question. Dream vacation spot. So my dream vacation spot actually used to be, well, it kind of is still, like Thailand, more so because I wanted to go to like the elephant sanctuary. But I've been seeing that Bali actually has one too, and Bali is also very beautiful. So I've been leaning more towards Bali lately. But yeah, I mean, if I can go to both, then it's up. But yeah, I would say either one of those, honestly, because I don't know, I just think the elephant sanctuary is so cute. Just to like bathe them and pet them and everything. You know, as a vet student, that's like pretty cool. Even, you know, just regular, like, but I feel like, you know, since I am a vet student, it would just like hit different and all that stuff. So it's definitely something I want to do. After I graduate, I plan to travel a lot to make up for lost time. Especially since this summer we really lost time too. But this is my only free summer until this was the only free summer until 2022. Because I'm going to be in clinics all next summer. So it's kind of unfortunate I didn't get to go anywhere. But it's okay. Like I said, I'm going to make up for it. I'm going to get mine. Oops, please. And so, yeah. That kind of like segues into the next question. Someone was like, what are your plans after vet school? So I am primarily interested in small animal, like companion animal medicine. So basically like your regular general practitioners that if you guys have pets that you take your vet to. So I do plan to work in one of those. I'm not sure which state I want to move to after I graduate, but we'll see. I always save my bridge on my nose for last because I'm very big on contouring my nose. I love my black nose, but I also like to have it contour when I'm doing my makeup look. So this is important because it lets it set in a little bit longer if you wait till the end. And yeah. So I went ahead and grabbed my other Too Faced concealer. This color's in the Warm Beige. I'm just going to add a little bit more of this just to give me a little bit more highlight. Just a little extra. It's not the full amount. Now we're going to add our Wet n Wild contour stick. So now I go ahead and blend that out. But next question, what is a typical self-care day for you? Let me think. So first of all, wake up, read my devotionals, read my Bible. I feel like that always gets me centered, in a good mood, you know, spending time with God. Yeah, just like getting a good word is always a good time. I feel like I just always feel good after that. And then getting some good food. Lord knows I love a good meal, some good eats, and then taking a food nap. The real foodies know what a food nap is. Your stomach is so full and you get the itis, and then you are knocked like in a deep sleep. Really one of the best feelings ever. So a good food nap. I would say watch a good show. Just laid up in the bed watching a good show. I'm watching a show called Border Town right now. I really like it. It's based in Finland. Whoa, see that crease? Trying to get me. Not on my watch. Okay. It's based in Finland. So I really like that show right now. So I probably watch an episode of that. And I love the shower. Like my two favorite places in my house would be the bed and the shower. Like I can spend easily over an hour in the shower talking, singing, laughing. Like it's a whole production. So a nice long shower would be very therapeutic for me to have the time to do that. And then also I love a good dance party in the mirror. This is epitome of self-care, and you get some exercise too in it. Put on some music, put your AirPods in, literally start getting it. I recommend a full-length mirror. Your girl be having twerk competitions with herself. Like it's lit. It's a good time. Like, and it just feel good. Like you feel like this is lit. Feel like a woman, you know, sexy in the mirror, whatever. Have fun with it. You're gonna feel great afterwards, trust me. And it doesn't even always have to be, you know, getting it. It could be a praise session, like turn on your gospel, worship in the mirror, stomp. Like I be getting it, trust me. A good dance party is a good time. So yeah, I feel like that always lifts my spirits and puts me in a good mood for sure. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our baking powder out again. During the summer especially, I like to bake my eyebrows, because especially if you have a hairstyle that goes like over your face a little bit. Girl, when I had my knotless braids, them things was rubbing up against my brows. I look up and the back of my eyebrow, the end of my eyebrow is gone. I'm like, oh. And mind you, I don't carry an eyebrow pencil with me, so I was like, this is embarrassing. I'm gonna go in with my Black Radiance Bronze Glow Pressed Powder. And just go. Oh, did I put baking powder right here? Forgot a step. I go under my contour area with the baking powder too, to help get that defined look. So like right here. Right here. And it helps guide me to where I want to put this pressed powder at. So boom, I try to bring it up on the side a little bit. Brings back the color to our face, because all that concealer and foundation can kind of drown you out, make it look a little pale. That's not really good looks. And then swipe across. Yep. And yeah, we're just gonna let that sit for a little bit. All right, next question. Your journey to vet school. So initially I wanted to be a psychiatrist. So I was already pre-med, because I just feel like people always like just randomly started telling me, like if they're going through something, they start talking to me and confiding in me. I was like, I must have that aura. That's that safe space aura. Because like, and I do pride myself on being a good listener, because I'm like pretty observant. And I like to, like, you know, I'm just very thorough and listen to people when they tell me their problems and stuff. I was like, maybe this is for me. But particularly, I actually wanted to work with kids. I'd be a child psychiatrist. So I was already pre-med. So it really wasn't that big of a transition to do vet medicine, because it's a lot of the same prereqs, like chemistry, physics, orgo, like all of that stuff, biology. I had to have that anyway. So So yeah, I was pretty set on psychology, and then I started taking courses in it, and it was cool, but I was just like, I'm not feeling the passion vibe. Like, I don't think this is what I really want to do. And I had thought about the vet stuff, but I was just like, I'm allergic. If y'all don't know, I'm allergic to dogs and cats. So I was like, why would you do that knowingly? But yeah, anyway, that went out the window. So that was like one of the reasons I really decided not to do it. But I met this one girl who was like telling me, she was in animal science, and she was like telling me about her classes and stuff. Like, oh yeah, we milked the cow the other day, or we were flipping sheep. And I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so cool. And I'm just like, you know, writing papers. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should like look into that. And it really wasn't until one particular weekend I was just feeling really discouraged, and like one of the advisors at my school, like, he just really rubbed me the wrong way, and so I just wasn't even feeling like doing psychology anymore. And then that same weekend, my friend had gotten a turtle named Terry, and so I don't know why my edges look like that. She had gotten a turtle named Terry, and I was just like playing with him, and I was like, oh, this turtle's so cute, like, animals are beautiful. And then I went to this like little grocery store on campus, and it had sliding doors. And so mind you, I'd never been in that grocery store before. And then this girl was like, you know, a squirrel just went in there, right? And I was just like, okay. And so I continued to go inside, and then literally I go in there, it's chaos, people using poster boards trying to hit the squirrel's like flying off the walls, like wilding out. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the section where, you know, why I came here. And so I just went to my, you know, continue shopping or whatever. And literally the squirrel comes over and just like sits on my foot. And it's just like calm. He's just like, and his tail just like brushed up against my leg. And I was like, wow, maybe this is a sign. And literally I changed my major that weekend and never looked back. So it's kind of like a funny story, like how it all came about. This is blush, by the way. And I'm using this color in the this e.l.f. palette. All these details below. But yes, I was like, maybe this is a sign, like, oh my gosh, blah blah blah. And yeah, that was my sophomore year of college, and that was in spring semester. So I was definitely behind in terms of, you know, having that major. So I really had to like take like 17, 18 credits every semester until I graduated. So it was very hectic to try, you know, catch up and graduate on time. So I did change my major. If you don't know, vet school is very hard to get into. We only have like 33 schools, I think, in the US. So compared to, you know, medical school, there's one in like almost every state. So it's very competitive. You really have to have a strong application in order to really be considered and get an interview. So I wanted to make sure that I was ready, and I didn't, you know, want to get rejected knowingly that I wasn't ready. So I just wanted to do my best to get the strongest application as possible. So I took a gap year and applied after I graduated, because the process is a year in general. So I did that, and then your girl got in on her first try. So I'm going in, I'm going to put these lashes on. This is the Ardell faux minks in the 852 style. This is my ultimate favorite lashes. Just my favorites. Like, I love them. 9 times out of 10, if I have lashes on, it's this style. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on, but to save time, I'm gonna do it off camera and then come back. All right, guys, so the lashes have been added. That's my favorite step. I'm gonna go in with this LA Colors Mineral Press Powder and kind of just go over the lighter areas, like my highlight areas, just to set those in a little bit. Boom, boom, bam. Okay, so now it's time to highlight. Okay, I lied. I feel like every part of makeup is my favorite part. I really like highlight. This highlight is looking immaculate. Immaculate. And sometimes I'll go in with my let's not break the mirror. Sometimes I'll go in my Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby highlight just to add a little bit extra shine. This joint will really stand out, like, it really will. Like, if you want your highlight to be seen, get the Fenty. I really want to get Trophy Wife too, but I have not done it yet. I'm really overdue for just a makeup haul in general. So yeah, it's looking great. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add this Kiss eyeliner on top of my lashes just to make it blend more, especially since I'm not doing eyeshadow. Do under eye eyeliner. So we have one more question, and the only thing makeup wise we have left is just to do our lips and set our face. So the last question is also vet related. Basically, vet school 101. What is it like as a student? It's fun. Obviously, every graduate program is going to be challenging, but since it is something I'm really passionate about, it's okay. Sorry, it's hard to talk into my lips. Un momento. All right, we're gonna go in with the Russian red. Being a vet student is fun. It's challenging, just like any other program. So yeah, like it's not easy, that's for sure, especially since we have to know like not just one species, we have to know all the species. Like you have the biggest part, I think what makes it hard is the comparative medicine. Because okay, like here it is in a dog, okay, but what's it look like in a cat, what's it look like in a horse, what's it look like in a pig, a sheep, you know, cow, all that stuff. So it's a lot of comparative medicine. That's what really makes vet school hard. So yeah, it's challenging. Put some respect on your veterinarians. We do a lot. Like we're literally your pet's everything. Like their dentist, their anesthesiologist, their surgeon, like primary care doctor. Like we do everything. Unlike, you know, medical doctors, they go on to specialize to do their specific thing, and we're able to go on into specialize as well. But general practitioners, we do a little bit of everything. Like we have to put your pets to sleep to do certain things, certain procedures. We do dentals, we do spays, we do other surgeries. So yeah, it's a lot. So you really have to be very smart. So put some respect on your veterinarians, please and thank you. But it's just nice, like being able to really get to see what you like to do, like what you like which animals you like, because like in a given week we can have a cow lab, a horse lab, and a dog lab, and you'll learn quickly whether food animal is for you, because I personally can't get used to that manure smell. Like I just can't. Like I love cows, but I'm not a farm girl, and that's okay, you know. We know ourselves. Like I just want to be in my little white coat and my AC on every day going to work. Like that's my ideal conditions. So now we're gonna go ahead and set our face. So yeah guys, I know this video is probably very long at this point, but I appreciate y'all that have continued to rock with me during the video. Hopefully you learned some things, not only about me, but about how to do makeup. If there's any particular aspect you'd like to see more in detail, like how I do my eyebrows or put on lashes, since I didn't do those on camera, let me know and I could do another video. So yeah, just gonna let this set in. And I'm just gonna go ahead, after this finishes drying, add a little bit of bottom lash mascara, and then I'm gonna put my fit on and show you guys the final look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Love you. So this is a finished look, guys. Thank you so much for getting ready with me. I hope you enjoyed this video and were able to learn a little bit about me and about makeup. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye, guys.